Hi, everyone. Well, does OJ Simpson have the degenerative brain disease CTE caused by thousands of hits on the football field? The concussion doctor, Bennett Amalu, says he'd bet his medical license on it. Well, here to talk more about it is Fox News senior correspondent Geraldo Rivera. And Geraldo, good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
You followed both of these trials very, very closely. What do you think?
Well, from 1994, when the infamous Bronco chase happened, through the arrest and the criminal trial and the acquittal and then the civil trial where he was found liable for murdering Ron Goldman and his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, I thought that, you know, and I knew him casually before, and I mean in the sense that, hi, how you doing, in a kind of a celebrity arm's length way. I thought that what emerged in terms of my take on OJ was that he was a narcissist. He was obsessively jealous. He was so crazy about Nicole dating other people, even though they had split, even though they had gone on with their lives. And then the murder weapon, because I'm certain that he did it. To use a knife, so he was a rage killing where he, you know, he almost cut the head off the mother of his children and butchered poor Ron Goldman. To me, I never thought that that was related to his football prowess. He had a wonderful career. He did take a lot of hits, obviously. He ran for 2,000 yards in the snow in Buffalo. He was an extraordinary person in that regard. But I guess it is remotely possible that there was a you know, an organic or degenerative thing going on in his brain. Yeah. Certainly now in prison, he seems to be a different person.
Well, reportedly, his defense did think about, at least toyed with the idea of using CTE as a possible defense to try to get him off, and he did end up getting off. But we had a doctor on the program earlier who said you can't tell if somebody has this until after they've passed away, after they do the autopsy. So what good would it have done anyway?
Well, I think that an insanity defense, I think that jury would have acquitted O.J. regardless of the evidence, regardless of the medical. If he had chosen an insanity defense, the jury would have found him not guilty by reason of insanity. I think that they were so inclined, given the fact that the Rodney King police beating had just happened in L.A. It was an inner-city jury. White cops, Mark Furman and so forth, they accused of planting evidence and all the rest of it. I think O.J. would have been acquitted regardless. But I want to go back to that point, you know, and Dr. Amalu, I actually thought that he would be with me. Dr. Amalu in the movie Concussion is portrayed by Will Smith in the great film that should have been nominated.
He bet his medical license on it.
It seems to me that you have to put some faith in someone so expert who has seen so many of these cases. That's why I'm willing to have an open mind. Although I think O.J. Simpson was definitely guilty of that vicious double homicide in Brentwood so long ago, I think that there is a remote possibility that there was this degenerative brain disease, which does cause, they say, some erratic and violent behavior.
Yeah, and even criminal behavior in times. We want to draw everybody's attention real quick to the cover of the Daily News. This is your brain on football, and they point to, despite immense pressure from the medical community and attempts to lower concussion rates, the NFL reported a whopping increase in head injuries in 2015. So do you think CTE and brain damage, do you think it's going to be a defense in other upcoming potential criminal acts by football players?
I think it's even bigger than that, Anna. I think that this whole CTE is now the dirty secret in professional football, or in big-time football, college included, that experts have known about for many years, but now the league can no longer pretend that it doesn't know how organically these people are being. This is the comparable to PTSD, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder that the returning veterans have. I think that football players and, you know, constantly 300-pounders with all that torque, that violent collision, I think that you're going to see more and more of this and many, many more lawsuits.
Well, the high-impact hits is something that the NFL has tried to tamp down with new rules and also new technology.
And I'm all for it, and that's why I can't understand why someone like Donald Trump would say that football has become like a sissy sport. I don't get that. I think the other thing is true. It's very violent.
Well, Geraldo, thanks for coming in on a Saturday.
It's Erica's birthday, my wife's birthday, 41st.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, honey.
Get her something good.
Oh, yeah.
Diamonds are girls' best